another Tower of Adversity reset. And as you're all pretty familiar, this is going to be covering a reset that goes over Shikona and her release, as well as the release of Kartithia as well. It might actually bleed into a little bit of Lupa's banner too in version 2.4, so what we can expect is quite a bit of shilling of arrow and probably arrow erosion. So with that, let's go ahead, let's take a peek at all of the different things that we're going to have in store for us today, starting with, of course, the meat of the discussion for every single ToA reset, the middle tower. So with that, we're going to have arrow resistance and electro resistance decreased by 10%, a little bit of shilling of our 1.0 units over here, Jian and Yinlin, as well as an increase to fusion and havoc. So we might expect bosses like the Dragon of Dirge, oh god, not again. Yeah, that's a nightmare, as well as Crownless at the bottom over here. So that's why those resistances are showing up. I hate this thing, so we'll just have to see what it's going to be like. So do keep in mind, a lot more units that might have been restricted in the past reset, like Carlotta, are going to be available. Now we've got the bonus. Resonator's attack is increased by 20%. When Resonators inflict arrow erosion on enemies, the active Resonator in the team gains an additional 40% critical damage for 15 seconds. This can be considered one of the better buffs that we've had in the history of the game. I'm just going to be entirely honest over here. At a baseline, everyone has a 20% increase to attack. So every team in the game, unless you're using a DPS Yan Wu, is going to get buffed. Because every single Resonator in the game that's a DPS scales off of attack. So yeah, you're basically going to be able to use a wide variety of different characters. I would say the only ones that might struggle are like Changli Brant against like the Dragon of Dirge, Changli Brant Encore, or like a Camellia or Havoc Rover against Crownless. But you can always like switch them around. So yeah, 20% attack is a nice little thing for everybody here. You got Electro and Arrow bonuses. I think the best thing that we're gonna do is just, you know, try out what I believe is the best in slot team for this lineup and just see how their performance is. And then we'll try a bit more of a general team that every single person is probably going to have. This Jian is he's kind of bricked up. Why does he have so little crit? He's on Lustrous Razor? Oh god. Wait, yeah, let's just give him Jinxi's signature real fast. Yeah, so this is going to be Jian on Age of Harvest. That looks a lot better. He's going to be with Shikona as well, and she's got a pretty decent set going. She's going to be on Static Mist. Does she have her signature? No, she doesn't. So she's going to be on an R2 Static Mist, and then we're just going to have Shorekeeper ready to buff up and do what she does. Oh, we kind of just ate it right there. So yeah, this lineup is pretty typical.
Thanks for watching.
Do a little bit of a cancel right here.
Solo time. The pit.
And we're just going to be able to go onto Jian now.
You're wide open.
Oh, we have the regular monkey, so I should have more of an attack bonus here. Do realize, because I have Age of Harvest, my skill is going to be doing a lot of damage.
Oath from the heart.
We do have the music off, though, because I'm going to be honest here, I don't really like it. So that'll be our Shikona clear. Yeah, the music is off.
Thanks for watching. Ta-da! Ooh, the pitch is lowered. Solo time. Listen.
And that's going to be that.
Destiny.
And I'm not even using Jian's Echo skill here. I really should be. But I'm trying to figure out a good timing to put it into Shikona's lineup.
Don't you worry.
Okay, yeah, that's a little bit annoying.
Ordained. Worry not.
But he should be broken for this last one.
Thanks for watching.
So think about it this way. This is the best team in the game that utilizes arrow erosion, at least in the present. And it doesn't even feel like it's that crazy good. So I would say this is probably one of the least shield lineups that we've had in the history of the ToA. Probably one of the least shield ones, because if you do want to use the arrow erosion team, you're using the arrow one. And so, to be honest, I'm pretty sure I would just get a better time using Mortefi. So I would say maybe when Cartithia comes out, you'll have a bit more of like an actual thing to deal with. But let's just go ahead and try out a different team, right? The good old Carlotta Jeja instead.
Yeah.
This is only going to use the 20% attack bonus and absolutely nothing else. And we'll see how this team does instead. Because I'm estimating we might actually be pleasantly surprised at, well, how much better this one is. So yeah, let's give it a look.
Surrender. Iron graft you knew. Instant capture the spark! Here comes a helper. My compliment. Found your weak spot. Brilliance lights the way.
I mean,
The world
well,
is mine.
we're missing like every crit, but those shots are doing a lot of damage.
Running won't save you.
This is an S0 Carlotta,
Oh,
I do believe. So, yeah. We're doing about 50% of its HP in...
In war with time.
About 50% of its HP in one rotation. Which is like, I mean...
Art unveiled.
Yeah, we're 2-rotating it with a team that many people likely have.
My compliment. Take this. The stage is set. Victory favors me.
Believe me, if this was an S2 Carlotta, that liberation would be hitting for like 400k.
In the name of the Montellis. Running won't save you. Still vow from the soul.
And this is the middle tower, guys. So yeah. You can kind of see, even if there is an arrow erosion shilling, the non-arrow erosion teams just seem to be doing better. Wow, Gian is ass. Guys, this team is arguably worse than Gian Mortefi. And also, half of it is Gian not having his signature. Guys, this is the Gian on Age of Harvest. People wanted to see that Carlotta. Let's give that one a look real fast. It's a good build. It's a good build for sure. But it's an S0 R1 Carlotta. So yeah, if you have a worse build or static miss, you might just take 3 rotations. Now let's go ahead. Let's check out what a Zoni team looks like. We'll just check their sequence nodes real quick.
I can help you with.
Yep, the Zoni team looks pretty chill over here too. We got Phoebe with her sig. She's on Moonlit. And Zoni's just going to be, yeah, ready to go on her stuff. So let's give it a bit of a try.
Give me your worst.
Diminish. Judgment time. Doesn't path is arduous.
Oh, dear.
Loading. Astral modulation. Sentinel protects the crystals. Give me strength. Purify power. Sentinel.
All yours. All of you at once. I don't do overtime. Reduce to dust. Come at me. Don't stand in my way.
Low key, this is like, it's kind of just the same thing as the, it might be worse than the Carlotta team.
Now I have a report to write.
From the heart.
I mean, it's kind of just this, it's the same thing, it's the same photo. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's the same photo.
Loading. Sentinel protect me. Answer Moobird. Be my salvation.
So, yeah, guys.
Power.
No contest.
Sentinel.
All yours.
But this is where you run into some issues because, definitely feeling,
That's just
yeah, this feels great. It feels great to use Zoni into this.
Come at me.
I'm having a great time, boys.
That's just a scratch. Reduce to dust. You've made it personal now.
Yep, huge. No DPS loss there, boys. Yeah, I'm totally able to do that theoretical rotation on this bad boy. Oh, but I guess I'm moving on to rotate. This clear time is fucking awful, bro. Wait, this is actually bad. Wait, this is worse than the Jian team. Oh, boy. I guess it turns out the enemy type matters. This is terrible.
Power of the Sentinel.
This is just embarrassing.
Sentinel.
Come at me. My shield can withstand more than that.
That was really bad. Maybe the Zani stats were just...
I can help you with.
I mean, that looks... I feel like that looks pretty good to me, to see Zani stats like this in combat. Maybe I'm stupid, but that looks fine to me. Guys, this is why sheet calculations, once again, you can't take them too seriously, because Zani felt fucking awful to play into this enemy. She felt so bad, it was unbelievable. Like, actually fucking terrible. The fact that I had to go into that third rotation, holy moly, that was ridiculous. And then during the second rotation, he started flying up in the air. Yeah, I wanted to uninstall. Now let's just go ahead and use use the best team in the game, demonstrably, because Carlotta's just murdering every single reset. Let's just use her on the second side and kind of like put this entire matter to rest. I guarantee you in this ToA, you will have a better time on Carlotta than any other unit in the game. Oh dear. Yeah, maybe assuming that you light up your Jeja stuff properly. Yeah, I just griefed that a little bit there, but that's just room for skill issue.
Instantly capture the spark.
Your Carlotta's S3. We're using a C account, and this Carlotta's S0, dumbass. You guys are so desperate to imply there's power creep in the game.
Masterpiece.
I wasn't here, jerk. Oh, okay, that's fair. Did my liberation just not crit? Oh, God.
Vow from the soul. Recognize me.
Did it miss or did it not crit?
Loading. Iron graft you knew. Into painting. Witness the art's true form.
Not crit 67k? Oh, that was depressing, bro.
My compliments. Running won't save.
Honestly, this ToA is kind of just like shilling Carlotta.
Victory favors me.
Bro, I am missing every single crit.
Era awaits.
There we go. Okay, so we just missed about 40%. We missed about 80% of our damage by not critting there. Yeah, this guy's dead if we had crit on that liberation. He's dead if we crit on that liberation over there. So yeah, you could either just reset until Carlotta does crit at like 70% crit rate. Or sorry, she's probably at like 82, right? What is she at right now? We'll be able to check. We'll be able to check what her crit rate would be. Oh, damn. She was at 71% of the stat menu. With Shorekeeper, she's at 83. Or with Shorekeeper, she's at like 84. So, yeah, we missed a crit on 84% crit rate. We've covered the middle tower. We've seen like all the stuff. We've got into the whole 15% power creep. The fact that you're going to get such bad performance in the ToA with Zani, just considering the boss that happens to be in there, is a bit rough. Because just show me a single clear where Zani is getting a better time against Crownless than Carlotta. And maybe I'll eat my words, but I guarantee you, I don't really think it's gonna fucking happen. Now let's get into what we have on the right side. Enemy Spectral resistance decreases by 10%, and when Resonators cast the Resonance Liberation, their attack is increased by 20%, and they gain a 40% Spectral damage bonus for 12 seconds. This is pretty easily the Zani shilling side, but as we all know when it comes to the side towers, you can just pretty much ignore these buffs completely and still easily clear as long as you have, a decent amount of investment on your characters. So yeah, it's pretty clear that this is where Zani's meant to shine. She also has the Thundering Mephis, right? A melee enemy that's not going to teleport nearly as much as Crownless, but it does teleport quite a bit. So who knows? Maybe she will struggle just based off the enemy. Now we got this really weird Havoc buff. Enemy Havoc resistance decreases by 10%, and casting an Echo skill increases attribute damage by 6% for all resonators in the team, stacking up to 4 times. The same resonator with identical echoes cannot trigger this effect multiple times. At 4 stacks, crit damage of all resonators in the team is increased by 36%. So there are 2 units that can activate this buff. It's going to be Cantarella, who can activate all 4 stacks of this buff, I think, by herself, and Rosia. The reason why is that Rosia has her gadget, and this is considered an echo skill. So you have her support's echo skill, her gadget, and then her DPS's echo skill. That's 4 of them right there. So no real concerns over here as long as you have those 2 units. But honestly, no real concerns overall, because you'll still be able to get at a baseline without those units 18% attribute damage bonus, which is, for the middle tower, that's fine, boys. You'll be able to clear, unless your account is like really, like young, you'll be able to clear with an 18% attribute damage bonus. And it's one of the most general buffs we've had. And if you have Cantarella or Rosia, then you get 36% critical damage, which is like neat. I guess it's cool. It's fine. No big deal. So let's just go ahead. Let's see what boss we have available. It's going to be the Fallacy of No Return and the Diurnus Knight. I guess the one issue that I'm really seeing with this combination of bosses on the bottom here is the fact that they're spectro resistant, when currently Cantarella's best teammate is Jinsei. So this is almost like shilling in like a bad way, where you can't use Cantarella's best teammate with her unless you're willing to go into damage resistance. So I would say the Camellia Rosia team is easily the best one here. And using anything else is like a little bit griefing, because what are you going to use Cantarella with?
Noticing life is in everything. The fruit of ever aerial stone.
Are these guys just AFK?
Mamma mia.
All right, are they going to interrupt me?
The world
Nah, they're not.
is our stage. I'll warm up the gloom from ashes.
All right,
Don't run.
and so we should
Dance going.
have the 36% crit rate buff over here. Oh, that would work if I was actually able to crit.
Grafting, suffer.
Ooh, that's not good.
Let's have fun.
Oh, wait a second. I didn't use Camellia's echo skill.
Let's have fun. Aerial stone. Fast
Uh-oh.
into sunlight.
Uh-oh, he's transforming. Uh-oh. Oh, dear.
Aerial stone.
Oh, I forgot he did this.
Mamma mia. Avanti. Figure out.
Oh, come on, brother.
Improv. Performance. I'll warm up. Reborn from ancient roots. Let's have fun. Struggle harder.
Just break, bro. Just break. Please. Hey, let me crit one time.
It's getting fun.
Oh, he's kind of beating my ass, bro.
Vitality sower.
Wait, he's kind of beating my ass. Oh, my lord. Yeah, wait. Hey, just so you know, if you're going against the Fallacy, bro kind of actually does some damage. It's been a minute. He's been away for a couple of months. He can cause you some problems. I hope you're aware of this heading into this. He can cause some problems.
I'll warm up the crowd.
Some people might struggle with this, actually. Yeah, I don't know if putting the spectro-resistant boss on this side when Cantarella is a Jinsei support was really that great of an idea. I think we maybe could have done something else. But I would just say, use any team you want. You'll still be able to get the 18% attribute damage bonus, and the only thing you're missing is 36% crit damage. And as you can see from that Camellia clear, if you just miss every single crit, you'll never get this buff. And when I'm using a Camellia Verena and my Camellia 69% crit rate, I can end up just missing every single crit, which I basically did on all of my ephemerals, and the damage was depressingly low. Now let's get on to the right side. Yeah, we'll have that Zani buff, and we're going to be going against the Mephis, and we'll just be popping in the Zani, Verena, Phoebe team, and see how this one looks like. Okay, what am I even doing here, bro?
Luminous
I forgot how to play Verena for a second there.
Fruit of ever. Sentinel protects me. Bluebird, be my salvation.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. The buffs for Zani here are good, but I will say these side tower buffs are literally worse
No gun.
than the other buffs we had before.
I don't have all
In the
day.
middle tower. They're like way worse.
Come at me. Reduce to dust. Don't stand in my way.
Sentinel protects me.
Now I have a...
Ha! Bask in the sunlight.
There we go, guys. Woohoo!
Sentinel protects me.
We got the Giga Spectro Shilling, boys.
Power. Sentinel.
All yours.
We got the Giga Spectro Shilling, boys. So yeah, that's the same Zani that was like doing awful clears against Crownless. It turns out when she's against an enemy that maybe doesn't move around as much and she can actually get off her hits, yeah, pretty good character, right? Or you can just use Carlotta and be able to do that against every single boss, no matter what they do. So yeah, that's gonna be the entire ToA. We're gonna get some nice rewards over here. I gotta say that this ToA is probably one of the best ones we've ever had in the history of the game. I legitimately think that with how general the buffs are, you get a 20% attack buff from using your Liberation. But sure, like everyone gets something in this ToA. There's a bonus for everything. 20% attack upon using a Liberation. No worries at all if you can't activate the spectral damage buff. In the middle tower, everyone just gets a 20% attack boost for existing. And then if you're doing the Arrow Erosion Infliction, it's like the teams aren't even like that strong, if we're frankly being honest. And on this team over here, you get 18% attribute damage bonus. And then if you're using Cantarella or Rosia, it goes up to 36% crit damage, as well as like 24%. But it's like the teams that you're going to be able to use and the buffs you'll be able to activate, there's something in every single tower. And as we clearly saw, you might just get better performance using standard teams from like 2.0 instead of any of the Arrow Erosion stuff. So in all honesty, I feel like this is one of the least shield towers we've ever had in the history of the game. And everything feels like it's way more balanced, way more accessible. And the thing is, you definitely are gonna feel the shortcomings in Zani's kit, which is probably pretty good after how they severely overshield Frazzle in the past ToA with 100% Zani damage amp. You're gonna definitely feel her lack of performance over here in this run in comparison, while you'll still be able to get a little bit of taste of her previous power if you do use her here on the right side. But yeah, I will say, I think that this ToA really exemplifies the value of a unit like Carlotta, who, unless she's going against glacier-resistant enemies, is going to have pretty much universally consistent performance. That, you know, makes her probably the best ToA puller, for like the best ToA-related pull in the game. Hopefully this overview, all of that information, it's been helpful. Let me know what you all think. Peace.